everybody. Welcome to Saint Misbehavin', the podcast about saints from people who are not. I am your host, Matthew Shudorn, and unfortunately I could not be joined by my co-host today, Anna Domity. Anna, how are you doing today?
What? I'm so confused. That's how I am.
Unfortunately, Anna was not able to make it today, but how are you doing today, Anna?
I'm being silenced, I feel.
I don't think so.
I'm okay. I'm a little bit groggy because I went out for dinner last night and had a few drinks, and I don't drink very often, so it's always like a big impact.
What was the special occasion?
It was mine and Danny's 8-year anniversary. So
wow.
We went out for a nice dinner, and then we went to the Phoenix Picture House bar, which is where we had our first date.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, it's like one of the only places, I shouldn't even say this because it's one of the only places in Oxford that's not just horrendously busy on a Friday night. We went there on our first date. We wandered around Jericho for a bit because we met at the Duke of Cambridge and there was nowhere to sit, and then we walked to another cocktail bar and there was nowhere to sit. And then I was like, wait, the Phoenix Picture House has a bar above it. And it was like empty. And then it was really good for a first date because it was like, you know, we could just talk and drink.
And fall in love.
Yeah, of course. So, yeah, bit cheesy, really. Yeah, so I had a few Prosecco's because, as you know, that's the only thing I can drink from my made-up health condition. So, feeling a little worse for wear, but good.
That's good.
How about
like
you?
Nice evening. I've been to that bar a couple times. I've never, it's always quiet.
You've never met someone on Tinder there?
No. I've been there a few times with the Alice, I should say, and then and it's always been just like us and maybe like one other couple or a couple other people there. It's a secret. It's an Oxford secret, folks. Next time you're in Oxford.
Yeah.
But don't tell too many people.
Don't tell your friends because you'll destroy it.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm doing all right. But have you done anything saintly or had anything miraculous happen to you lately?
Well, I am anticipating living a very saintly lifestyle in the near future because I just quit my job, so I'm going to have to, be fasting and depriving myself of luxuries like all the saints that we've heard of who lived in convents. Being very simple and spiritual, probably, I'd say, because the not having any income is going to require that, I'd say. So, yeah, I don't have anything particularly saintly this week, but you can expect much more saintliness in the future.
Well, I think that a big thing about a lot of those saints that goes unspoken is that they all had like rich patrons that took care of them and like would build those monasteries for them, So maybe you could get one of those.
Yeah, I should start networking.
Yeah.
Well, if you're listening and you're a rich patron, get in touch.
The podcast could also use your support.
Yeah, I mean, maybe simpler just to subscribe to our Patreon. Although, of course, I never see any of that money, so...
You think I see any of that money?
No, it all goes to the recording costs. But yeah, find us on Patreon. There we go. We've done saintliness and marketing rolled into one, so efficient. Yeah. How about you? Have you done anything saintly or witnessed any miracles?
I feel like I've received a message from God, like divine.
Wow.
A message
that's a big deal. I'm kind of surprised you didn't tell me in advance because that's big, that's powerful, profound.
I want your honest reaction here. Yeah, I feel like it's taken some while to suss it out, but I think it is that I'm not meant to go on vacation ever.
Right. Okay.
My family is meant to just never leave the house.
You get sick every time you go somewhere.
Yeah. So we went on vacation this last week. We went to Center Parks. Because Alice is also between jobs, so she starts a new job on Monday. So we thought last week we would go
let your hair down.
Yeah, have a little getaway and have some fun with Tavish. And before we left, they both had some kind of horrible stomach bug.
Oh dear.
Which persisted for Alice for like 2 to 3 days into our 4-day vacation. Mm-hmm. So she was mostly in bed while Tavish and I were running around Center Parks having a good time.
Yeah.
Or Tavish was having a good time. I was just basically doing what I do all the time, which is watching Tavish. And then when we got home last night, and then I immediately had to go to bed because I had a very high fever and was feeling ill. So Alice got sick on the way there and I got sick on the way back.
Well, so maybe Alice brought the germs to Center Parks and then spread them out among the Center Parks population, and then the Center Parks population gave it back to you somehow.
No, the Center Parks population is it was mostly toddlers. I mean, it was like or adults with toddlers, right? So it's just an incredible germ factory. So.
Yeah. So who knows what? Yeah.
You get into a swimming pool with like 50 other toddlers.
It's all yellow.
Yeah, it's not great. It's like in retrospect, I was like, yeah, that was probably what did it.
Yeah. Although urine is sterile, apparently, like ostensibly, so maybe it wasn't that.
Whatever they're coughing up, and like the pool was all like 30 degrees. It was very very warm.
Like a little laboratory or petri dish.
It's like a giant petri dish, basically, for germs and whatever. So
it's like I'm sure there is like a biblical story of like God giving someone like lessons several times and it taking them quite a while to realize what the message actually is.
Probably. I mean that's the thing. It does feel like we go someplace and we get sick, and then we try to go someplace else and we get sick again. It's just like, well, okay, so it's just like we're just not supposed to go anywhere. That's what we've learned.
Yeah.
Is that we need to stay at home. Here in Oxford, we can't go anywhere. It's just
so
like
really the pandemic was a blessing for you. It was like it sounds like that was one of the only times when you couldn't go anywhere. It was probably like the healthiest you've ever been.
Yeah, I mean now I'm starting to feel like that was my fault. Like that was just it was all just to keep me in one spot.
The great conspiracy.
Yeah, but you're right. I didn't have a cold for like 2 years when I was during the pandemic, and as soon as it stopped, I've been sick.
Constantly.
Constantly.
Oh dear.
It's bad. So
yeah.
So thanks COVID-19. Special shout out to whatever hapless lab worker was working at that Wuhan facility.
Is that what happened? I thought that was like a racist conspiracy theory.
I don't know. It just keeps popping up. Like there was a news story that like I think it was like the Department of Energy. Which I was like, why are they making calls on this? In America, they were saying like we think it was a lab leak, but with very low certainty. It was like, then why are you telling us? Like, why do you keep bringing this up? Just like let it go. It's not
stirs up nonsense.
Yeah, it doesn't help.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, so Anna, today is Sunday, March 5th. 2023. Who is today's saint?
Today we are looking ahead to the 6th of March, which is tomorrow, which is the day of Saint Collette of Corbie.
Saint Collette.
Yep. So she was around in the 14th to 15th century.
French saint? Yeah.
Correct.
Got a fancy French name.
Yeah, she was from Corbie, which isn't Corby in England.
She's from a corgi. She's a corgi? Like that.
Sure, yeah, Collette the corgi.
Oh, that's a fun saint.
Patron saint of dogs and the royal family. So there are 2 biographies of Collette that were written by her contemporaries. So we can be fairly or more certain that there may have been facts involved in these stories than with some of our other subjects.
So we're almost certain she existed.
Yeah. So one of these biographies was written by her confessor, which I guess is like a priest.
Wasn't the whole point of being the confessor that you're not supposed to tell anybody that stuff?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. But I mean, she's a saint, right? So presumably everything we're about to hear, I mean, I've read it through obviously, but everything we're about to hear, like none of it is scandalous.
I guess so, yeah.
So maybe it's like the incomplete picture because all the actual sinning is omitted.
He had the real dirt, but he left it out.
Yeah, it's like the first 10 years of her life are redacted.
First 10 years?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, maybe 10 to 20.
I was like, what was she doing in 10? What?
Well, problem child. I don't know. So, let's find out. And the other was written by her companion, Sister Perrine.
Long time companion.
So that gives you a clue what she was up to. So Collette was born in Corbie in the Picardy region of France. Her mother was... Now, I am much better at French than any other language.
Okay. Well, let's put this to the test then.
Her mother was Marguerite Moyon, and her father was Robert Boilet.
Guys, you think that Anna's pronunciation is pretty good, but you can't see the hand gestures that accompany this, which really sell it, which is a shame. It's a shame it's an audio medium and you're not getting like the real wrist action and the fingers. It's amazing.
I can't do the voice without moving my hand,
Yeah.
Robert Boilet, a poor carpenter at the Benedictine Abbey of Corbie, which makes me think that the Benedictine Abbey was not paying a living wage. Which
come on,
is
Benedictine Abbey.
Yeah, it's poor.
I guess he's working for the Abbey as like a thing of devotion, right? So they're like, oh, we're a poor Abbey, we have a bunch of money.
I guess so, but I reckon there was money going somewhere.
But he's like, but there's a lot of gold here. He's like, yeah, that's not for you.
You just get wood.
Here's the thing: is it's kind of liquid assets versus accumulated golden things.
Yeah, he was not making money from his carpentry.
Mm-hmm.
According to biographers, the couple had never been able to have children, but in their old age, they prayed to St. Nicholas for help.
Oh.
When she was 60, Marguerite became pregnant and gave birth to a daughter. Mm-hmm.
That is
pretty miraculous.
That is very miraculous. Yeah, it's
long before IVF. So they named the child Nicole to show gratitude to Saint Nicholas.
Oh, okay.
And nicknamed her Nicolette, which was then shortened to Collette.
Okay.
So, one of those nicknames where you shorten it and then lengthen it again and then shorten it again. Yeah. That's how nicknames work.
Right, so your name's Collette. Yes, it's short for Nicolette, which is actually a nickname for the name.
Yeah, which Nicole. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just name the kid Collette. This is like
it's a very roundabout way. Yeah, but they clearly they wanted to find a loophole where it's like they like the name Collette, but they wanted to not, I guess, be punished for a lack of gratitude to St. Nicholas, who they'd prayed for to have the child.
Why wouldn't they just go then Nicolette?
I mean, I guess because if in the first place, yeah. I think the suffix "et" is like a kind of cute, because it's kind of like a little Nicole,
Right.
So then, but yeah, I don't know. I'm grasping
it. It's not a proper name. Okay, all right.
But I suppose, because I would say the natural nickname for a Nicole would be a Nicky, but I guess there couldn't be two Saint Nicks.
That's fair.
So, yeah.
Does it say why they prayed to Saint Nicholas?
Well, you should know this.
We went through Saint Nicholas's biography, right? And I don't recall him being like the patron
of people who want to have kids.
Yeah.
Let's see. I mean, I'm sure he had a very long list of patronages, so...
Right. Remember pawnbrokers and...
Children. That's...
Okay.
That's the first one on the list, so...
All right.
I mean, that seems pretty logical to me.
Go right to the source then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Exactly. I don't know what people did for miracle babies before St. Nicholas, but... He was quite an early saint, wasn't he?
I don't know if you should be having kids at 60. It sounds like complicated.
Yeah. Well,
potentially dangerous.
They managed to survive her childhood and died when she was 17. So I guess they would have been 77, or her mum would have been 77. Yeah, there was a car crash.
Oh no.
They'd been able to have a baby at 60. There were cars.
Right. It was one of those experimental 13th century cars.
Yeah, with a very high crash rate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess they just died of old age. I guess having a child at that age would sort of take it out of you somewhat.
See, this is what I'm saying. Like, I'm in my 40s and I had a kid, and it's horrifying.
You wouldn't know... Looking at you that you're only in your 40s.
I'm sick all the time, yeah. And just like worn out, So.
Yeah, it's weird to think that you are now just in the next decade from me,
Yeah.
But
I've done some hard living though, so.
So we don't know. This is why I was saying that her early life must have been redacted, because the story starts really when she was 17 and her parents died.
When she's finally free of her parents.
Yeah, she got all her sinning out of the way as a kid, I guess. And then her confessor didn't include any of that.
Right.
Too simple to record. When she was 17, her parents died, and they left her in the care of the abbot of Corbie. She became a beguine, a member of a semi-monastic community who promised not to marry but did not take any formal religious vows.
Okay.
So one of those I won't marry, wink.
Yeah, but you can still, date.
You can do hand stuff. That's...
Yeah. It's like, whatever. There's a number of, let's say, loopholes.
a loophole's a goal, as they say.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's like, where else was she gonna go? Except for, like, she grew up in the Abbey, right?
Yeah,
Her...
and her dad worked there, so I guess like maybe it was like they got workplace provided accommodation.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, I guess you should stay here. Which, fair play to the monks. They didn't chuck her out.
I mean, what else were you going to do, right?
Yeah. It would have been a bit hypocritical if they had.
In some ways, I think that was a bit of the business model for those abbeys, is they just kind of accumulate random kids, like loose children.
Yeah. Because obviously they've all taken these vows.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the only way you're going to, pass on the business, really.
So she's in the Abbey. She's like, we want you to, she joins this, what's it called again?
Okay, she's become a beguine.
A beguine?
Yeah, a beguine, I don't know.
She becomes a beguine.
Yeah.
Which is like a nun.
Yeah, but without the paperwork.
Okay. So just like free labor, and we don't have to worry about her like getting married off.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Nice.
But she found their way of life unchallenging.
Right.
So then she went to join...
Because it's probably like cleaning floors and like working in a garden or something, right?
Yeah. Just like, I'm above this.
Helping her out around the Abbey. And you're like,
yeah.
This is not very challenging.
No. I want more adventure.
I like to think she was really good at math. And she's like, I'd really like to do some math. Is that an option? Is math an option around?
Count the rosaries.
Yeah. It's like, I found this algebra book and it really speaks to me. Can I go do that? It's like, no, you're a woman. Sorry. We'll give you the next best thing.
Tending a garden.
Yeah.
So then she joined a Benedictine order as a lay sister, but was dissatisfied with their way of life as well. So,
what does she want?
Classic overachiever, not being stretched by all the institutions that she's been put into.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, what is there any specificity about what she wants? Is it like
that will become clear.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Don't jump the gun. So she then entered the Third Order of Francis. The Third Order, or tertiaries, was designed by St. Francis for men and women who did not wish to commit to remaining unmarried but wanted to follow the Franciscan way of life. So,
okay,
you get all the religiousness, but still a bit of potential fun.
So you get all the sex and the religion.
Yeah. Which presumably just means like all the sex and also, more guilt.
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, if you're a nun or a priest and you're like, wait, there's these tertiary people?
Yeah, like, why would you ever be a normal nun?
Well, that was an option? Why is that just an option?
Well, because all these people wanted to marry Jesus. They made that very clear. When she was 21, the abbot gave Collette a hermitage next to the church of Corby, where she lived a life of such austerity that her fame spread and people came seeking her advice. So I guess that's what challenging meant, is like pain.
Yeah. She's like, I demand to have like less stuff. It's like, oh, you can have this shack here. It's like, great. Can you get rid of the door? The door feels a little indulgent.
Yeah, windows seem a little bougie.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that. Yeah, and if you could poke some holes in these roofs, that'd be great.
Want to feel the rain on my skin.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, and I'm gonna need more sackcloth for my collection.
Of course, well, if anything, you need less sackcloth. You have like one hair shirt, and that
right.
It gets dirtier and dirtier, and reminds you of your earthliness.
So in this 14th century, people are like, hey, there's a lady who chooses to live like a poor person.
Well, to be fair, she was a poor person. She wasn't one of those like wealthy saints who does some class tourism.
But I mean, like, she's part of an abbey, right? Like, she could live, like, I don't know. It just seems like what she's getting credit for doing. It's just like, but that's just my everyday life, is that I wear uncomfortable clothes and my house sucks and I don't know, like, I don't have a lot of stuff. Like, why are they going to this lady?
I would say that you are not quite as holy in your behavior as they used. You don't wear hair shirts,
right?
But I guess like the idea is that like in comparison to the other nuns, she was like more extreme. Right. So a bit of a tourist attraction.
Do we have any idea of what kind of advice she would give out?
Probably pray more, eat less. Tends to be the general theme of advice.
Have you thought about Jesus? What about Jesus? Just think about him.
Well, you'll see. So she became an anchoress, which is a religious woman who enclosed herself within a cell attached to a church.
Okay.
So I guess, maybe anchoresses, anchori would be more likely to become saints because they just had a self-imposed crappier life, maybe.
Right. Wait, are these related to the anchorites? Those seafaring monks that we run into sometimes?
Maybe. Let's see. That didn't occur to me. So, let's see. Yeah, it is the feminine form of anchorite.
Okay.
And it just means a Christian person who lives in strict physical separation from secular society. It's the dictionary definition.
So it doesn't have anything to do with the sea?
Or ships.
That's a shame. I guess that was just a coincidence because the first time we ran into him was the St. Brennan episode where he was sailing from
You've made
Island
a
Island.
classic category error there.
Oh, well, that's a shame. I like to think she was real seafaring. She had a parrot, She'd be like, "Aye, mateys, it is the Lord we love, arr, and booty."
Suddenly transforming from French to Irish.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just by virtue of being an anchorite. Oh, I had something there. A comeback, a witty thing to say. Oh, yeah, I was going to look up where Picardy is so I could disillusion you of the image that she is seafaring. Oh, actually, the bit of Picardy is on the coast. Northern France, so very windy, basically like Britain.
How horrible to live in France and then have British weather.
Yeah.
What's the point, really?
Fun fact about Picardy, it derives from the Old French pic, meaning pike, the characteristic weapon used by people from this region. Isn't that nice?
Oh, it's kind of, I guess. I don't know. It's a real poking district. It's, don't go over there. They are stabby people.
Well, they would be, having to put up with British weather all the time.
That's fair.
Yeah. So, while she was in her cell, Collette had dreams and visions of St. Francis, who told her to restore the rule of St. Clare to its original severity. Mm-hmm. What's the rule of St. Clare, you ask? Yeah.
Which we all know, but for the uneducated listener.
And co-presenter. The rule of St. Clare was founded by St. Clare of Assisi during the 13th century. It was based on the idea of the privilege of poverty, which
yay
sounds made up.
I think Tory leadership is based on the privilege of poverty. It's like, you get to be poor.
Yeah.
Lucky you. Oh, we have to stay over here with all our millions, and it's very stressful. But lucky you, you're poor.
You're so privileged by being poor. You're unshackled by the constant worries of, whether other people are going to rob you and rise up.
It's like, you know what it's like? I am always worried my car is going to get scratched. It's very expensive. And you don't have that worry.
It's a very stressful time.
Have you thought about how happy you are because of that?
Thankfully, I think by now we don't have any Tories listening, so this won't inspire them, hopefully. Right. Just in case you are a Tory who is listening, you're not welcome here. So
re-examine your life.
Which meant that its members had permission to live without guaranteed income from land and would live on their own work and alms. It's like, you have permission to not make any money. That is your privilege of poverty.
Lucky you have the opportunity to starve to death.
Yeah. After Clare's death, Pope Urban IV wrote a new rule for the Order of St. Clare, which was less austere than Clare's and allowed sisters to own property and receive income. So Francis told Collette, this is not on. You have to go and make the Clares more poor.
Oh, those poor Clares.
Poor Clare. There we go. So they are the poor Clares.
Poor Clares. Those poor Clares.
I thought you'd enjoy that.
Yeah, I do. I forgot about the poor Clares.
And then, here's your handy reminder that it's poor Clares.
Poor Clares. Oh, that's so poor Clares. So Pope Urban was like, after Clare died, they were like, what was she doing? That's too much. Guys, just here's what I'm going to say. You can have your own spoon. That's not going to that's not going to keep you out of heaven. All right? Hey, let's do that. All right? Oh, that's fine. Okay. 2 garments? Yes, you can wash one and wear the other one? Yes, let's do that. That's not out of the realm of possibility.
Sounds excessive to me.
No, it's not.
I think Jesus would disapprove.
Yeah. So the Pope was trying to be like, you guys went too far here. Let's roll it back.
Maybe instead of poor Clares, we could be, lower middle class Claires.
Yeah. We achieve a lot of the same goals, but few of us starve to death.
Yeah.
Huh?
Which, if anything, that's an investment for society because,
Exactly.
costs of healthcare and stuff.
But Frances went to Collette and was like, no, it's not good enough. They're not poor enough. They're not trying hard enough.
He basically
to
told her,
poor.
go and steal money from the Claires.
Yeah.
At first, Collette was reluctant to act on her vision.
It's like, you want me to burn down their place? That seems excessive.
Steal half their hair shirts so they only have one. She was struck blind for 3 days and dumb for 3 days more, which she saw as a sign to do as Frances had asked.
Wait, was she blind for 3 days and then dumb for 3 days, or was she blind for 3 days and dumb for 6 days?
That's a good question. I think it's more dramatic if, like, as soon as she gets her vision back, she can't talk.
Oh, thank God I got my vision.
Record scratch noise. She saw this as a sign to do as Frances had asked.
It's like, fine, I'll do what you want.
I thought Frances was a pretty cool dude, but this sounds coercive to me.
It does. This is how I feel about traveling now. It's like,
yeah,
I travel and then I'm struck down with a fever and horrible intestinal problems, and it's just like, just fucking figure it out, buddy.
Yeah, you're struck dumb because, like, every time you open your mouth, just vomit comes out.
Pretty much, yeah.
What a happy coincidence that your tale of your divine
I relate to Collette
comes at this time. Yeah,
this is very relatable to me.
Yeah, so well done to our researcher for her impeccable timing.
Yeah, good job, Kat. Maybe God's telling me that I need to impoverish some people, so
God.
I'm off to steal.
So please subscribe to our Patreon.
Yeah. So Collette was encouraged, let's say, by Frances.
Persuaded.
Yeah.
Like the mafia.
Yeah. It's like, oh, nice eyes there. Same if anything happened to him. Then, so what was her course of action for reforming the poor Claires?
After resisting for, I guess, 6 days in total, she changed her mind. And in 1406, so she would have been 27, she left her hermitage, encouraged by her spiritual director, Henry de Beaume. Sorry, Henri de Beaume.
Henri de Beaume.
He's the bomb. Apologies to our French listeners. She tried to bring her message directly to convents, but then realised that she needed authority to legitimise her mission. So, like, she'd go up to these convents and people would be like, excuse me, who are you? And why are you taking all our hair shirts?
Yeah, it's like, okay, guys, I got a plan for your convent. All right, well, listen. It's just like, how about if you have less shit and you're more poor and suffer more? It's like, we're not into this. Thank you. Thank you for your suggestion. Please leave.
Not taking her seriously at all, yeah.
Yeah, so she's like, now what I need to do is find people who can force them to do it.
Yeah, they were just very patronising. They'd be like, don't you worry your pretty little head about it.
Yeah.
And, so she needed authority.
So she couldn't convince these ladies of the convents, so she went to the men who were in charge of their lives.
Yes. To be fair, the big man. So this was the period of the Western Schism, during which bishops in both Rome and Avignon claimed to be the true pope.
Right.
So Collette...
It's like that East Coast, West Coast feud.
Yeah.
So this is the Biggie Tupac
of medieval Christianity, yeah.
So which one is this?
So, well, okay. Take a guess which pope claimant was more popular in France.
Pope Biggie.
If that's the Avignon one, then sure.
Yeah. Okay.
His name was Biggie the 13th, which is actually Benedict the 13th in Avignon, who France recognised as the rightful pope, but the contemporary Catholic Church at the time considered him the anti-pope. So not just like you're not the pope, it's like you are the opposite of the pope.
You fly in the face of everything this papacy represents.
Yeah. So she travelled to Nice to meet him, barefoot and wearing a habit made of patches.
Dress up. You're meeting the Pope. Come on.
Well, it wasn't made of hair, so maybe this was her fancy habit.
Some of the patches were probably made out of hair.
Yeah. Just in the most itchy, like, hard to reach itchy spots.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, because, if you wear a hair shirt, presumably you get used to the sensation of itching. Whereas if it's just in specific bits, it's more annoying.
That's what you got to do. And she's also French. I feel like that's a very fashion forward nation. Like, they're very fashionable. And like,
yeah, it was very disrespectful for her not to be wearing shoes.
Right.
She needs to persuade Ben to back her campaign.
Right.
And it worked. Benedict allowed her to transfer to the Order of the Poor Clares and to found new monasteries. So I guess, like, now when she goes, she'll have, like, a certificate or a letter or something that's, like, signed the Pope, the real one from France.
Which Pope is this? Oh, okay. So she's like, I'm the queen of the Poor Clares now?
Yeah. Well, she's acting out her holy instructions from Francis. At first, she was met with hostility and accused of being a fanatic and even a sorcerer.
No, wait, the sorcerer's... I was like, yes, she's a bit more resistance. Checks out. A fanatic?
She is a fanatic. And it's like, sorceress, too far.
Too far, wait. No, you were fine. Yeah, you were 2 out of 3 were great. Well, how do we get to sorceress?
Yeah.
I feel like we've lost the plot here. Like, you were making good and salient points.
But then, you know, you start speaking in tongues and people get freaked out.
It's like, and I think she's a witch.
I mean, I guess, again, you know, a woman with opinions. That was probably enough.
I forgot.
to be like, you're a witch.
It's like, we could continue to listen to you, or we could burn you at the stake.
Yeah, it's a tough choice.
It seems like the best option for us is burning you at the stake.
We love that. Eventually and gradually, her reforms began to take root. Beginning in Beaune, in the Diocese of Geneva,
right.
Collette founded 18 monasteries during her lifetime, all the way from Burgundy to Spain.
Wow.
And she also reformed some as well. So like the total number that she transformed was probably a lot higher, but it'd be like the Tories and their like 40 new hospitals, where, like, you know, more than half of them were actually just building a new wing in an existing hospital. All right.
Wait, so she built 18 monasteries, and then the other one, and then she'd come in like that.
And she stole half the hair shirts from a load of others, yeah.
Well, that's the thing. You steal all the stuff from the ones you're reforming, and you could have enough stuff left over. You can make a whole new one.
Yeah, that's true. She was upcycling, basically.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Or like, it was literally cell division, because that's where nuns live. And so it's like, split the monasteries in half. You have 2, and one of them's reformed.
This is exactly the same. 2 monasteries. Do you think they were just like right next to each other?
Yeah. What she would do is basically get like a bit of cardboard, split it down the middle.
I don't know. You hear about saints, and a lot of times their biggest thing is like they started a bunch of monasteries or a bunch of like abbeys or convents or whatever, and you're just like, how much effort could they be putting into these things? It just seems like a lot of effort to set up like one organization.
Well, maybe they're like really poorly built, you know, like prefab. New builds, you know.
See, that's what I'm wondering.
The craftsmanship. Although, you know, her dad was a carpenter, so maybe she actually, you know,
just getting in there.
She was an architect at heart.
Yeah. Maybe that was what she really wanted to do. She really wanted to be an architect.
That was the challenge for her.
She is going to go and form all these new monasteries because her real passion is architecture.
Yeah.
You ever hear about the Winchester Mystery House?
No. But tell me.
So the Winchester Mystery House is this house in Southern California. Or no, it's in Northern California.
Okay.
This house in California that was owned by this lady who was the heir to the Winchester rifle fortune. Right? So the Winchester was the rifle that tamed the West, or whatever, however the propaganda goes, right?
Right.
So she had all this money. She was the last
gun money
heir, and so she built this insane house. And I've been there. It's a fun house. It's insane. There's just like all these random rooms. Everything looks really random and weird. There's like stairways that go nowhere. There's like doors in the ceiling, or like you'll open a door and it'll just go empty into nothing. Like it'll just go outside. There'll be nothing. Like it'll be up 2 stories or whatever.
Right.
And the story that's told, even at the Winchester house, is that she was afraid of ghosts.
Right.
She was told by a psychic that if she continues to build onto the house, the ghosts can't get her. The ghosts of all the people who were killed by Winchester rifle.
Right.
They're coming after her, right?
So she just made it more and more complex.
Yeah, so you made
like
it more
a maze.
Complex. Yeah, and it's just like construction just had to keep happening. It didn't matter
if it made sense or not.
Yeah, if it made sense or not, it just had to keep happening. So, and this is like even the story that they tell you when you're at the Winchester Mystery House, when like kind of a half-bored teenager gives you a tour. But then later on, I found out that this isn't actually the truth. The truth is that like when she was
so ghosts aren't real.
No, it turns out ghosts aren't real.
Okay.
I'm sorry you had to learn in this format. What the reality was is that she was a woman in the 19th century, and she wanted to be an architect, but she couldn't. So she had all this money, so she just like did all these architectural experiments in her own house.
I see.
Because that was what she had control over. So
that's actually a better story.
Yeah, in some ways it's a better story. But then the other story sells a lot of tourist tickets.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, I feel like this is not Claire. I think this is Colette's thing. Like, she's like, I don't really care about, I just want to build.
I don't care about Jesus.
I just want to build churches.
Experiment with architecture, yeah.
Yeah, I want to be like a carpenter. I want to do construction like my dad did. And like build cool stuff, and so now I'm just building a bunch of monasteries.
That's
my theory about Colette.
You're taking a very good like feminist critique of the story.
That's what I'm doing.
That's what you're about.
Yeah.
Well, talking of which, it is said that Colette met Joan of Arc while she was traveling around building monasteries. She bumped into Joan of Arc.
Hey, Joan. Hey, Colette.
Yeah. High five. Girl power. Yeah, no. So Joan was on her way with an army to besiege La Charite-sur-Loire in 1429.
Where are you off to, girl? I'm going to go besiege
somewhere.
Yeah, do some besieging. You know how Joan, you and your besieging. All right, well, I'm off to go start some monasteries. All right, we'll see you later.
So, it's a cool little like overlap.
Yeah, what a fun coincidence.
Yeah, we love it when saints meet saints. You know,
it's nice.
It's like it's a fun little. What's the word, like, not intertextuality, but whatever. I don't remember.
It's nice that she's met a living saint. As opposed to Saint Francis.
Yeah, her experience with Francis was not so positive, I guess.
As opposed to being haunted by Saint Francis, who's just like, I imagine constantly hovering over her bed, like, did you do the things I said? Just constantly poking her. Just like,
you don't want to lose your sight again.
Yeah. Just the apparition of Saint Francis constantly haunting her.
Yeah, and obviously he was like, basically, avenge Claire. That was his whole thing.
Hey, if Claire's so into this, why isn't Claire coming and telling me
doing the haunting? Yeah.
How come you're the one?
She just sounds really self-pitying, doesn't she? Poor Claire.
Oh, poor Claire. She's just like, nobody will listen to poor Claire.
You're gonna send Francis instead.
Francis, my word.
So yeah, I mean, I like your theory that she was But by the way, there's no actual evidence of that Joan of Arc story. It's just like legend.
Legend. Okay.
Yeah,
wow.
But sisters of the monasteries followed a strict rule, surprisingly.
Oh, just one. Wow, that's okay.
Well, there's only one rule: be poor.
Yeah.
So yeah, they lived in extreme poverty, went barefoot, fasted, and observed abstinence.
Yeah.
So I don't know what sort of happened to change her mind from being like, I'm going to be a lay person who still gets laid and wants to, have that option of getting married open.
Maybe she did, she's like, she did some dating and she's like, you know what?
Not for me.
Dating's the worst. I'm just
going to be
celibate forever. This is really
well, especially like in those times when homosexuality was obviously very ostracized and persecuted. So your options were abstinence or men, which...
Yeah, I mean, I think, like, honestly, 99% of these stories about female saints just feels like women who are just like, I just want to hang out with other ladies. And, no reason to put any labels or names to that. I'm just going to hang out with a bunch of ladies rather than guys. I don't know. Just something about the company of women seems...
Company of women is better.
Yeah.
Just on all fronts, really.
Yeah.
But they observed abstinence. So, I mean...
Well, with men.
Presumably that's abstinence with men and ladies.
Well, okay.
But,
you presume all you want, all right.
Well, again, I guess if her biography was written by her confessor, then any salacious details will have been left out.
Well, yeah. Well, the confessor, he's like, well, I never had sex with her. But what about this companion? This quote-unquote companion who wrote the other biography.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we'll hear more about her in a minute. So, like St. Francis, Colette had a deep devotion to Christ's passion and an appreciation and care for animals.
Awesome.
So I think she was probably vegetarian. And she would fast on Fridays from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Oh.
12-hour fast Fridays.
And then 6 p.m. is just hoagies. Just eating on a bunch of meatball subs.
No, she would spend the time meditating on the Passion.
Oh, well.
Almost always after receiving Holy Communion, she would fall into an hours-long ecstasy. Which, if you haven't eaten for 12 hours and then the first thing you consume is communion wine, I'm not sure that's there's really a spiritual explanation for that one.
She just passed right out.
Yeah.
Is she okay? It's probably religious ecstasy. It's fine.
Yeah. Don't drink communion wine on an empty stomach.
She's a bit of a lightweight for religious ecstasy, let's just say.
a cheap religious date, if you will.
Exactly.
So she fell ill at the age of 67 while in Flanders and foretold her own death and received the last rites before she died in her convent in Ghent. That's, I guess, one of the places that she founded.
Oh, is Ghent in Flanders?
It would make sense, wouldn't
It sounds Flanderish.
it? It does. It is the capital and largest city of East Flanders. Yeah. So
is Flanders in the Netherlands now?
Yes, Belgium.
Belgium, that's what I'm thinking. Okay.
So no, in fact, is my answer.
Yeah, Belgium. Then the Belgian part of Netherlands, you know.
Europe.
Who cares, right?
Well, this is the thing. I mean, like, probably in those times it would have been just, Gaul or something.
Yeah, would have been Flanders, probably all.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I've been to Belgium.
Belgium / Netherlands, yeah.
Hey, I'm like, where are all your wooden shoes? No, I'm like, oh, they speak French here, but then they're all like talking Flemish and stuff, and I'm like, no, I don't. What? Flemish? Who wants that? Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. Isn't there like half speak French and half speak Flemish? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm looking at this map of Netherlands, and there's little chunks of Belgium inside the Netherlands.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in a way, I was actually quite accurate. In my ignorance.
No.
Okay, fair enough.
But this northern border of Belgium is a mess. They really got to straighten this out. Jeez, this is a nightmare. Wow. All right, sorry. Okay, sorry.
I mean, borders, as we've established, are stupid. So
these are
get
particularly dumb. Guys, have yourself go ahead and take a Google Maps and take a tour of that northern border between Belgium and the Netherlands, and just look at that crooked shit. Just like fucking figure out your shit, Belgium, Netherlands.
It is really strange how this always descends into being kind of a geography podcast. But it's very weird. Anyway, so that was the narrative of her life.
Okay, she died peacefully in her convent.
Well, ill, but yeah.
Ill, right? But she was like, "I'm gonna die." She called it too. She was like, I'm gonna die," and everybody else was like, "Yeah, you're coughing up blood. We're all pretty sure you're gonna die."
Well, you can, when you know you're gonna die, you can do all your favorite things that you've always wanted to do, like not eat for 12 hours and
right,
wear a hair shirt and stuff. So presumably, she died doing what she loved.
Basically dying.
Yeah.
Does she have any good last words? I would think that if you know you're dying, you really tee up those last words.
You're gonna work on them. Well, not in this research that I have, but maybe I can find some. Bear with.
It's like, I never liked the nickname Collette.
I wanted to be called Nicole.
Yeah.
No, I can't find any.
My real passion was architecture. The ladies.
To make sure it is known, I was the greatest ever female architect in the Middle Ages.
She was so delusional at the end. Oh.
She's basically a witch.
She was going on about how much she loved math and architecture. These aren't women things.
So, yeah. No, I couldn't find any famous last words.
All right. Well, amend her Wikipedia page with those last words we put in there.
Okay, yeah, will do. I'll work on that for next time.
I did it all to build buildings and have sex with ladies. I regret nothing.
Oh my goodness, we could write like an alt history fan fiction. Yeah. I came here to build monasteries and have sex with ladies, and I'm all out of monasteries.
Okay.
Well, she's still 18.
Yeah. Anyways, it's okay. So she's dead now.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
Well, her body was buried in Ghent, where she died.
Oh.
And her remains were later disinterred in the 15th century to be tested for incorruptibility by the Bishop of Tournai in order to establish whether or not she was a saint.
It seems like a quick test. It's just like, let's take a look at that coffin. Okay, not incorrupt. Okay.
It's like Schrodinger's cat. As soon as you open the coffin.
Right.
Whoops.
What was the result of the incorruptibility test?
Well, I guess she passed because she is a saint.
Oh, okay. Sure, she was good, but did her body not rot?
That's the true test.
Right.
Which makes you think it doesn't really matter what you do,
Yeah.
During the Reformation, the nuns of Ghent were expelled from their convent and fled to Arras with Colette's relics.
Oh.
Then, during the 18th century, they were taken to Poligny, which was another monastery that Collette had founded. Her body was removed by Poor Clares, when Emperor Joseph II was suppressing religious houses in Flanders. So they moved around a bit. Her bones.
Yeah, her bones took that whole European tour. You know, it's great to get around.
But you know, of her, it was like a homecoming tour, really, because they moved to different Collette monasteries.
Yeah, it's just like a real triumphal return of Colette's bones to the monasteries that she founded. That's nice.
Mm-hmm. And there is a branch of the Poor Clares still known as the Collettine. Somewhere.
Currently at large, please. They hide in the shadows, the Collettine.
Oh my god, what was that? Sorry, I think so.
Was it the Collettine? The Collettine have come for us!
I'm being haunted. I don't know what that was. It was just a loud bang, like, next to my window.
Oh.
Very strange. It's shaken me a bit.
Sometimes
pigeons, sometimes pigeons, like, slam into the window. But that was louder than that. I wonder if it was like, it might have been, so my desk is on the other side of the wall from Danny's cupboard, so it may have just been Danny closing his cupboard. Or something. But I don't know why he did that so loudly.
Hi everybody, this is Matthew from the future. Just to let you know, the noise that Anna heard was apparently a sonic boom from a nearby airbase. They were apparently scrambling some jets because they had to intercept a plane that's radio was broken. So there was a sonic boom that was heard pretty much all over Oxford. Though I didn't hear it, but it was all over the news and stuff. But I just didn't want you to worry about what happened to Anna, that we were possibly being haunted. It was just a sonic boom. Okay, back to the show.
Anyway, sorry. Ask me about miracles next. And edit that bit out.
All right. Does she have any miracles?
Oh, how funny that you ask. Yeah, she had a few miracle stories. So when she was travelling to Nice, presumably to set up a monastery, Collette stayed at a friend's house. His wife was going through a difficult labour and her life was in danger.
Oh, no.
Collette went to the local church to pray for her, and the mother survived, giving birth to a baby girl named Petronilla, who would later join one of Colette's monasteries and become her secretary and biographer. Sexcretary. So
wait, so I love that Colette's like, oh my gosh, you're having a difficult birth. I know exactly what to do, and then she just burst from the room.
Yeah. Also, yeah, I think we should say that, you know, Collette was an adult when Petronilla was born, so
right.
You know, maybe they were just. Let's hope they were just
a mentor-mentee relationship.
Yeah.
That's never, because that, I mean, within the Catholic Church, age disparity in relationships are always frowned upon.
And,
it's always just, no. Well,
so I guess
that makes it less fun.
Petronilla, well, when I first said it, it was Perrine, so maybe that was a nickname.
Yeah. So this is the lady that later wrote the other biography.
Yes, I believe so.
So she was, she helped with that birth.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is a nice little, you know, full circle moment.
And that is what we're putting down as a miracle.
No, it was that the mother survived the difficult labor.
Right, but I'm saying like that's what we're like her praying in a different location is what we're doing.
Yeah, it was a very coincidental miracle, that one.
Yeah.
When Collette was establishing a Poor Clare monastery in Besançon, the locals were suspicious. According to legend...
Hey, what are you doing with that monastery? We know your type. Secret architects.
Yeah,
you don't give a shit about this architect.
According to legend, a local peasant woman had given birth to a stillborn child, and the father took the baby to the local parish priest for baptism in the hopes that his soul could still be saved. The priest refused to baptize a dead child.
This is sad. Why is this? This is so sad.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. It's just what happened.
Okay, that's all right. Go ahead.
You know. So the priest refused to baptize a dead child.
Mm-hmm.
I guess no one really wants to hold a dead baby. But when the father insisted, the priest...
gross, go away.
Yeah. I'm not touching that. Ew. But we really want to save his soul. No, sorry, icky.
Sorry, his soul's already gone. Your baby's in hell now.
Bye. The priest told him to go to the nuns, which is great. It's like, the women will do it.
Go ask your mother. I don't know. I guess the baby would be in purgatory with the unbaptized baby.
Yeah, but, not hell.
But he gets to hang out with Aristotle and all the virtuous pagans, you know.
Yeah, not the worst life.
Yeah, I don't know. Seems all right there. I don't know.
So the priest told him to go to the nuns. When he went to Collette, she took off the veil the Pope had given her and told the father to wrap the child's body in it and return to the priest. By the time he'd arrived at the church, the child had awoken and was crying, and the priest performed the baptism.
Ah.
So the most life-giving act of stripping in history.
Yeah. Now wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Did the baby then just live normally after that? Or did
Yeah,
it
I
just
think
live
so.
long enough to get baptized?
Well, its mum was a peasant, so
Mm,
the life expectancy would have been significantly lower.
yeah. A couple years later, he was just run over by a mule. So,
A car crash, classic
Yeah.
cause of death at the time.
why are there so many cars around here? Seriously, we need to stop building these cars. They are
Yeah.
dangerous.
Focus on monasteries instead. Collette is also said to have performed miracles of multiplying food and wine and effecting cures. So these were the most famous ones, but obviously as a saint she
Yeah.
did lots of miracles.
Right. The kind of yada, yada, yada. She cured a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And,
Then the important thing was that her body was incorrupt. That's
yeah. I mean, that's the thing we really
That's
want to
what really
focus on here.
counts.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's her life and miracles. So based on that, what do you think her patronages are, other than architects, obviously?
Yeah, secret architects, obviously. Is she the patron saint of
Secret
secret
architects, yeah.
Yeah.
Goes without saying, but obviously that's not in the official Catholic record because they don't want you to know that.
They don't want you to know that women can be architects too, but we here at St. Misbehaved believe in your architecture dreams, ladies.
And if anyone's listening and wants to name a building after us, we wouldn't object. We would support that.
Yeah. Is she the patron saint of like overachievers? Just like people who are just a little bit, they're trying a little bit too hard. They're just working too hard, making everybody else look bad or feel bad.
I mean, that makes sense, but it's not on my list.
Um,
Unless she is a patron of sick children. So maybe being an overachiever is in itself a sickness.
Oh, makes you
Bit of a
think really.
stretch.
Like, yeah. I mean, like, we were overachieving children probably. And look at us now. We're just sad burnouts.
Yeah. Maybe that's why we could be saints too.
Oh, if only. Is she the patron saint of making people poor?
Just
like-
impoverishing people.
Yeah, the act of impoverishing, not just...
So what,
she's
like
she's not
the patron saint
the-
of billionaires?
Yeah. Of just draining wealth,
Yeah.
like a monetary
Landlords.
vampire. Yeah, exactly.
No.
Wouldn't she have been quite a landlord? She built a lot of abbeys, so then
That's true, but I guess the idea was that she wasn't making money off them.
I suppose so. Somebody was. Anyways.
The man.
Yeah, what were her patronages? I don't have very many patronages. What were her patronages?
Against eye disorders. You should have guessed that one.
Yeah,
Really?
well, yeah, that would be near and dear to her heart. She's like,
Well,
can I be against it?
her
'Cause
eyes.
Because what Francis did to me felt really inappropriate and like a violation. So I really like to help prevent that from happening to
Yeah.
anybody else. Thank you.
Yeah,
Is she, wait, by the same token, is she the patron saint of muteness?
Surely against muteness.
Against muteness, yes.
No, but against fever. So maybe like you, she was silenced by having a fever.
I could use her help. Still running a bit of a fever.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Headaches as well.
Mm-hmm. Got those too. Yeah. Okay. You're basically just diagnosing me now.
She's abandoned you. Yeah. Expectant mothers and women seeking to conceive.
Okay.
It makes sense because of the childbirth story, but also I suppose because her mum
Yeah, the circumstances of her birth,
was
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
and by the same token against infertility as well,
Mm-hmm.
against the death of parents, which I'm not sure she's very effective at, to be honest.
Did not help with that at
No,
all.
her parents did in fact die.
Why did they get in that experimental car?
It's-
Why?
But it's a weird one that would be something like, because I can see why illness would be something that you'd have a patron against, but like, are there patronages against death? Because
Right.
that's very ineffectual. Like,
There was another saint who was a patron of like against the death of parents, and they too also had dead parents.
well, I mean, at some point, everyone has dead parents.
I guess so.
Like, so in a way, she's a patron saint of everyone,
Yeah.
but just bad at it.
Yeah. It does seem weird to be a patron of just like, or maybe they could just not die.
Yeah. Like, patron. Well, again, it comes back to the idea of her being an overachiever, right? Because she's a patron saint of unattainable goals,
Exactly. Yeah.
essentially, which is something that, as burnouts, we can all relate to.
So
Formerly
I mean,
gifted children who are now burnouts.
yeah. I mean, could you put it another way? And she's the patron saint of immortal parents.
Sure, yeah. So if you have immortal parents, you want to pray to Collette.
Yeah. Or if you want them.
She's the patron saint of craftsmen, which
Uh-huh.
I guess that's as close as we get to
And
secret
craftswomen.
architects. Yeah, craftspeople.
Craftspeople.
Poor Claire's,
Right. Of course.
which is weird because you'd think Claire would be.
Yeah. You think Claire would also be in there? Maybe
Yeah.
it's both of them.
Yeah, probably.
Claire's just so sad and poor.
Yeah.
She
In fact, the
she needs
patrons
somebody to-
of the Poor Clares are Collette, Claire, and someone called Agnes of Assisi, whose day is on the 16th of November. So
Look forward to
keep
that.
listening if you want to hear about that.
It's nice that they have so many patrons because they have so little of those poor Claires.
Those Poor Clares. Servants,
Why?
I guess, because
Was she a servant? I guess she was kind of a
a
servant.
servant of the Lord.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, there are lots of patrons of servants.
Yeah.
So I guess they were like, oh, okay, fine, you can have that one as well. And I guess uniquely, probably Corby in France and Ghent in Belgium,
Right.
as we've established.
So
yeah, a good handful.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like being the patron of servants is like it's kind of like being the patron of the working poor. So that kind of feeds into her, continued
In her remit, yeah.
Yeah, her pro-poverty
Stance. Yeah.
Yeah. So those are the patrons. So and Corby and Ghent.
Yeah.
Those places still exist.
Yes. I've definitely heard of Ghent.
Ghent still exists.
Let's
Corby.
see about Corby. It's just funny because it's like, well, I don't know if it's funny, but like, it's peculiar because it's there is a Corby in the north of England as
I
well.
was gonna say I typed Corby into my Google Maps. And
Yeah,
the
but
only
you
place
didn't
is near
type it
Lister.
the French way, which is
What's
with
the
an
French
IE.
way?
Because with an IE, obviously.
I don't know. What do I know?
Because that is how you spell in French is Corby. Fine. It's a small town about 15 kilometres upriver from Amiens
Oh,
in the department of the Somme, which you will have heard of.
right.
A famous battle there.
Yeah.
I guess it's a small town. It still has the abbey where she would have grown up. Yeah,
Neat.
not really much info on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it very much still exists. There's a train line that runs
There's
through
a
it.
train that goes there and everything.
Yeah, they have trains. They have the internet. So, very positive.
What else do they got? They got an aquatic center. Yeah. They got a supermarket. Wow, they got everything. They got a little.
They got everything they could need.
What could they possibly want? I mean,
Yeah.
life is just good in Corby, France. Except for the weather, I guess.
I mean, to be fair, like Oxford doesn't have an aquatic centre,
That's true.
so who are we to
Who are we to judge?
judge? Yeah,
Yeah, they got a pretty fun river. Oh, got all that lots of
yeah,
river.
lots of
Somme.
greenery. Yeah.
Yeah. So Anna, do you think that you would ever have cause for Saint Collette to intercede for you?
Well, obviously, like as an ardent feminist, if I wanted to change how things were done and I needed the authority of a man,
Right.
I'd take inspiration from that.
Mm-hmm.
She travelled around France a lot, which is something that I'd like to do because France is a very nice place.
Sure.
I've been there a few times. Always had a nice time there. More of it to see.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't been violently ill during my travels to France.
Oh, there you go. So that's
Oh.
a sign that you should go there.
The one time we went to France and Alice had the flu.
Oh,
So-
well, don't bring Alice then.
Yeah.
Maybe we could go to Corby and go visit Claire. Although, as I said, it's northern France, so it's not
Yeah. It doesn't
not
seem
quite
like-
as nice.
Might as well
We
just
should
stay here, right?
Yeah, I mean, weather-wise, it'd be equivalent. Yeah, maybe Kat, if you're listening, find us a saint in the south of France next time, and we can go pilgrimage there. Daft nicknames. You should have. I reckon you should have suggested that as a patronage.
Oh yeah, poor nicknames. Yeah.
So yeah, I often call people I'm very close to daft nicknames. So yeah, maybe I'd take inspiration from her there.
I think that in my continued attempt to stay poor,
She's very much an inspiration to
she's
you.
very much like helping me with that. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm as I said at the beginning, I'm about to be a poor Anna.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I'm kind of, I don't know if it was a conscious goal of mine, but it should be something that I'm really succeeding at. So
Yeah.
I feel like
Take all the wins you can, really.
continued guidance.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's, yeah.
Well, in a way, I think that is a testimony to just how impactful this podcast is. That you've been inspired by so many saints to continue your journey of humility and poverty and spiritual devotion.
Humiliation and poverty, yeah. Yeah. Well, Anna, thank you so much for bringing me the story of this feminist icon, this secret architect, and spiritual leader with some intense and economic views. But thanks again for
You
for
are
sharing the stories
welcome.
with me.
Have a blessed day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.